Hey everybody, and welcome to our recap on Devil May Cry Season 1. This dark fantasy anime is based on the long-standing video game franchise of the same name, and it follows Dante, a demon hunter who uses his weapons proficiency and stylish skills to slay the Hellspawn who threaten humanity. If you guys enjoy this video, or it helped you prepare for the newest season, consider dropping us a like or sharing the video with a friend, as it greatly helps us out in the algorithm. Alright, let's get right into the action-packed demon slaying of Devil May Cry Season 1, starting with Episode 1, Inferno. At a museum in the Vatican City, a bunch of robbers are in the middle of committing a heist when they are interrupted by a man with a rabbit head, and taken off guard, they stand rooted in place as he casually strolls past them to take a sword out of a display case. Referring to the sword as Force Edge, the blade of the legendary demon knight Sparta, the White Rabbit starts dismembering the burglars, dodging their bullets with supernatural speed. News of this robbery reaches the White House, where the world-renowned theoretical physicist, Dr. Fisher, informs senior officials that the culprit appears to be part of a sophisticated network of demonic terrorists. While a senior military officer scoffs at the notion, Vice President William Baines assures him that demons are quite real, and continuing, Dr. Fisher explains that the demons live in a universe parallel to theirs, dubbed Hell. Though the two universes are separated by a field of quantum interference, occasional disruptions within the two fields open up portals, allowing lesser demons to infiltrate the Earth. In order to ascertain the White Rabbit's intentions, the government brings in Enzo Ferrino, an information broker, and they learn that the Rabbit had approached Enzo about one particular demon hunter, an exceptionally skilled individual named Dante.
One thing about it that struck me as funny, he had a particular demon hunter he wanted me to hire. Wouldn't take anyone else.
Who?
Kid named Dante.
When they ask why the White Rabbit might have stolen Sparta's sword, they learn that Sparta was the one who casted that quantum interference field in the first place, and prior to this event, 2,000 years ago, the realms used to overlap. In order to cast this spell, Sparta utilized Force Edge and a magical amulet that he later split into two, and realizing the power that the sword holds, Dr. Fisher deduces that Rabbit intends to bring down the wall between the realms. Episode 2, Our Lady of Sorrows. With footage of the Vatican attack showing that the White Rabbit already carries one half of the amulet, the Dark Realm Command, or Darkcom for short, an anti-demon organization presided over by Baines, begins investigating Dante. From photographs of the demon hunter, they discover that he always wears an amulet around his neck, and recognizing it to be the second half, Darkcom hire a bunch of mercenaries and send them to the location of Dante's apartment. There, multiple strike teams try to ambush him, but they find themselves hopelessly outmatched. Dodging gunfire with ease, Dante tosses the mercenaries around like absolute ragdolls, and when one merc manages to land a point-blank shotgun blast to his chest, Dante surprises everyone by nearly instantly regenerating. Seeing the futility of sending in more goons, Senior Darkcom Lieutenant Mary Arkham decides to enter the fray herself, and using advanced gadgetry and incredible skill, she darts around using the mercenaries as cover, and she shoots the amulet off Dante's neck.
Hey, that was actually kind of close.
Closer than you think.
Desperate to get back the last gift that his dead mother had left him, Dante runs after Mary, who leads him on a wild goose chase around the block before tricking him into entering the back of an armored Darkcom truck. And once inside, she immobilizes him with a taser and ejects him with an explosive nanomachine. Episode 3, The Deep and Savage Way. While Darkcom attempt to transport Dante to their HQ, their convoy is ambushed by Rabbit and his team of high-level demons. With the demons keeping Darkcom busy, Rabbit forces his way into the back of one of the trucks, where Dr. Fisher has been studying Dante's amulet. Stabbing the doctor through the chest, Rabbit grabs the second piece and he joins it with the one in his possession, finally making it whole. Freeing himself amidst all of this chaos, Dante sees Rabbit wearing the integrated amulet and rushes after him. But distracting Dante by shooting a rocket at a school bus, Rabbit and his demon squad depart in one of the Darkcom's armored trucks. Desperate to get the necklace back, Dante commandeers a nearby sports bike and he gives chase. And although the demons try to stop him, he dodges through their attacks and starts to catch up to the truck, which appears to excite Rabbit. But just as he's about to reach it, the nanomachine that Mary had embedded in his neck blows up, nearly decapitating him. Disappointed by the fact that something he'd been so deeply anticipating was just interrupted, Rabbit gets out of the truck and he addresses the nearly lifeless Dante by calling him the Son of Sparta. As Dante loses consciousness, the Rabbit states that it appears he needs to push the demon hunter even harder.
It seems I still need to push you harder, Son of Sparta.
Episode 4. All Hope Abandoned. Tracking a marker that she had placed on the amulet, Mary announces that Rabbit has stopped at a building a few miles away and leads her team to the location. Regaining consciousness, Dante finds himself tied up in a plane alongside Baines and a bunch of his staff, and seeing Dante awake, two of Rabbit's henchmen, the demon brothers Agni and Rudra, play a pre-recorded video. Once again calling Dante the Son of Sparta, Rabbit explains that Dante is half demon, something that he himself had never known. Also revealing that the plane is rigged with explosives, Rabbit tells Dante that the only way that he can save everyone is if he taps into his demonic nature and activates something called the Devil Trigger.
But not to worry. As Sparta's son, it should be simple for you to activate your Devil Trigger and save them all. I'd bet on it.
As the message ends and Dante tries to come to terms with this revelation, Agni and Rudra provoke him even further by revealing that they also know that Dante's mother and his twin brother Virgil were killed by demons when he was a child, all while he hid away. Exploding with anger, Dante rips free from his restraints, but unfortunately, in his shaken state of mind, he is unable to defeat them and he ends up slashed across the chest by Agni. While bleeding out on the floor, the memories of his family's deaths flash before his eyes, and a burst of energy flows through him, transforming the right side of his body. Utilizing this newfound strength, Dante stabs Agni through the chest with his own sword, and furious, Rudra triggers the explosives, blasting a hole through the side of the plane and causing everyone to go flying out. Meanwhile, Darkcom arrives at the amulet's location, and they cautiously make their way into the building. However, as soon as they are inside, a bunch of fortified shutters all fall down, locking them in. Immediately, they are ambushed by Rabbit's top lieutenants, a giant carnivorous plant demon called Echidna and a winged demon knight called Cavalier. Boxed in with nowhere to run, Mary's team begin to fall one by one before her eyes until she's the only one left, somehow managing to survive by running into an elevator. Episode 5. Descent. Quietly making her way up to the top floor where the amulet's tracker is pointing to, Mary is spotted by Echidna, and managing to lay a trap for her, Mary kills the plant demon with a barrage of anti-demon bullets. Still falling from the plane and desperate to save everybody, Dante manages to fully access his Devil Trigger powers and transforms into a humanoid demon with wings. Flying at incredible speeds, Dante grabs everybody and deposits them onto a rooftop before continuing his fight with Rudra. Their clash ends with them crashing into the building that Mary is in, and exhausted, Dante's demonic form dissolves, and hearing the noise, Mary appears and she shoots Rudra in the head. As the two look around the room, Mary finds the tracker sitting in an empty teacup. While she angrily shoots at it, realizing that her team died for nothing, Dante picks up Rudra's beeping communicator and receives a call from Rabbit. Threatening to cause a massacre, White Rabbit tells Dante to come to a specified location. Confused why Rabbit appears to need Dante when he already has the sword and the amulet, Mary is shocked when Dante explains that he is Sparta's son.
He had the chance to kill you and he didn't. Why keep you alive?
I'm the son of Sparta, if that helps.
What?
Putting two and two together, Mary realizes that Rabbit needed Dante to awaken his dormant demon form, and having now done so, Dante's blood is the third ingredient that Rabbit needs to bring down the barrier between Hell and Earth. Episode 6. The First Circle. Many, many years ago, a poor, bullied orphan discovers a flickering portal to another world, and upon passing through it, finds himself in hell. Struggling to breathe the poisonous air of this ravaged land, the boy ends up being chased by an enormous monster, but thanks to the help of a young demon, the boy survives. Brought to the young demon's home, the kid finds himself at a settlement of downtrodden demons. Though they struggle in this harsh land, the demons treat each other and him with love. Years pass by, and the boy, now a young man, uses his intellect to craft a device that can detect and prolong the appearance of temporary portals. With it in hand, he convinces the demons of the settlement to follow him to the Earth, where the air is not poisonous and they won't have to fear the wrath of Mundus, the Demon King. Unfortunately, soon after their arrival, they are tracked down by Darkcom and massacred in a savage assault. Though grievously injured, the young man still survives. Now, desperate for vengeance, the man fashions himself a pump that injects demon blood into his body, giving him supernatural strength, and covers his face with a white rabbit mask.
Now, we all go down the rabbit hole together.
Episode 7, At the Gates of Paradise. Despite full knowing that his blood is the key, Dante ignores Mary's advice of staying put, and he arrives at the spot where Rabbit awaits him alongside Cavalier and a large horde of low-level demons. Volunteering to take the demon hunter's blood, Cavalier steps up and the two immediately clash. A fierce kick from Cavalier sends Dante flying through a portal that Rabbit had opened, and the sudden change in location catches Dante by surprise as he struggles to breathe in Hell's toxic air. Pushed on the back foot by a relentless assault from Cavalier, Dante frantically manages to fight his way back to the portal entrance. Stepping through, Dante spots a device on the floor and he gives it a kick. Cavalier desperately tries to return, but Dante holds him in place as the portal device fails. And stuck in place, Cavalier is chopped in half as the portal closes on him.
Oh, that was crazy! Too bad your eyes weren't here to see it.
Livid, Rabbit fires off a bunch of energy blades at Dante using the Force Edge, which Dante easily dodges. And with a powerful punch, Dante throws Rabbit off the side of the building and into the river below. Episode 8, A River of Blood and Fire. Emerging on a nearby dock, Rabbit gorges on the body of an injured demon, and transformed into a hulking beast, he returns to the rooftop and he hits Dante with an incredibly powerful punch, flinging him through a bunch of buildings and finally making him bleed. Hoping to secure the fluid, he jumps after the demon hunter, but Mary picks Dante up in a Darkcom helicopter, and the two try to flee. Giving chase, Rabbit makes a powerful leap that lands him on top of the helicopter, and he forces it to crash down on a bridge. While Mary lands on the bridge deck, Dante and Rabbit end up on top of the suspension tower, where Rabbit unites the amulet and the sword with Dante's blood. Finally, the wall between the realms fall, and demons begin appearing out of nowhere, attacking hapless bystanders. Just when all hope seems lost, Mary manages to shoot Rabbit's blood pump from across the bridge. Grabbing Force Edge and activating his Devil Trigger, Dante takes advantage of this opportunity and he splits Rabbit in half, finally ending his life. Immediately separating the sword and the amulet, Dante also severs the connection between the realms once again, saving countless lives in the process. Exhausted after the battle, Dante shares a few words with Mary and tries to walk away, but is knocked out by an injection. Seeing the damage that his blood can do, Mary decides that Dante cannot be allowed to roam free. Betrayed and shackled, his body is brought to a secure Darkcom facility and frozen in a hibernation pod. Meanwhile, Vice President Baines discovers Rabbit's portal opening device and initiates a human invasion into Hell. A number of years eventually pass, and humanity develops a permanent base of operations within Hell, which includes a massive detention center. One day, a horned demon knight attacks the facility and frees the demons being held captive. Telling them to thank King Mundus for freeing them just as he was once freed, the demon transforms, revealing himself to be Virgil, Dante's long-assumed dead brother, seemingly now part of a crusade against humanity. And that's it for Devil May Cry Season 1. You know, I've got to say, as a fan of the games, this adaptation did hit all the right notes. There was plenty of demon slaying, flashy combat, and of course, some Dante snark. But what did you guys think? Comment below and let us know what your thoughts were on Devil May Cry Season 1. If you like this video, consider subscribing to our channel as we do release recaps and other content on your favorite entertainment on a weekly basis. We'll be back soon with another video, but for now, as always, thanks for watching.